Okay, let's dive in. You ever just feel swamped, like you're drowning in marketing chatter, data streams, all these
Oh,
platforms?
absolutely. It's overwhelming sometimes, trying to make sense of it all.
Exactly. Well, today we're going to try and cut through some of that noise. We're looking at a huge shift happening right now, AI in marketing.
Yeah, and it's fascinating. Our main source today is a really insightful blog post. It's from Kenton Patterson at Future TechWise.
Future tech-wise, okay.
And what's interesting is he doesn't frame AI as this, job-stealing robot takeover. Not at all.
No, how does he see it then?
He talks about it more like a powerful tool, almost like a
Hmm.
teammate, a collaborator for marketers. It's a very forward-looking, but also values-driven take. It's quite refreshing.
A collaborator, I like that.
Mm.
So our mission here today really is to unpack that. How is AI fundamentally changing marketing?
Right. What does it mean for understanding audiences? And maybe more importantly, how does it help deliver actual value?
Think of this as your quick guide to getting a handle on this massive change, a shortcut through the storm, like I said.
And Patterson kicks things off by pointing out this fundamental shift in thinking, moving away from just trying to be the loudest voice in the room.
The old shout marketing, right? Spray and pray.
Exactly that.
Right.
Spray and pray. Now, with AI, the focus is shifting. It's becoming about genuinely understanding people,
Hmm.
responding to what they actually need, and creating marketing that people find genuinely useful, valuable even.
Okay, so what's actually driving this? What's the tech doing? What's the core of AI in marketing, according to the source?
Well, the blog post gets into the nuts and bolts. It's things like machine learning and natural language processing, NLP,
Machine learning, like computers teaching themselves from data.
pretty much, yeah. Learning patterns, making predictions. And NLP, that's about understanding human language, right?
Real understanding reviews or social media comments.
Exactly. Understanding the meaning, the sentiment, the nuance in how we talk and write. Super important for marketing intelligence.
So computers aren't just crunching numbers, they're starting to grasp context and meaning.
Precisely. And the scale is just immense. Patterson highlights this. AI can process these unbelievable volumes of data.
More than any human team could.
Oh, orders of magnitude more. And it delivers insights with a precision that honestly was unimaginable just, say, 10 years ago. Finding those hidden connections.
Which seems like a perfect lead-in to the first big area he talks about, data analysis and insights. That sounds foundational.
It really is. Patterson puts it beautifully, actually. He says it's like decoding every customer's story, preference, and journey, all in real time.
Wow. Real time.
Yeah. AI can sift through purchase histories, website clicks, social interactions, all of it. It spots trends, understands behavior, even picks up on the overall feeling, the sentiment.
It's like intuition, but supercharged with data.
That's a great way to put it. He calls it intuition meets intelligence,
Yeah.
moving beyond just gut feelings, basing strategy on solid data-driven understanding.
It feels like moving from broad assumptions about groups to understanding individuals, but somehow at scale.
Exactly. That's the potential game changer. Understanding the individual customer's needs and journey, not just relying on demographics. It could redefine how we even think about audiences.
Okay, next up, automation. This is probably what springs to mind for many people when they hear AI.
It often is, yeah. And the post makes a good point. A marketer's time is precious. AI can handle a lot of the repetitive, time-sucking tasks.
Like what sort of things?
Scheduling emails, posting to social media, maybe even drafting initial versions of some content. The grunt work, basically.
So it's not about AI taking over the creative brainstorms.
Not according to this view, no. It's about freeing up humans. Letting marketers focus their energy on the stuff that needs that human touch. Strategy, crafting really compelling stories, building genuine connections.
Which flows nicely into the next point, personalization. We've talked about this goal for years, but AI seems to be making it truly possible.
It really elevates it. Patterson argues this is where the true magic happens. Moving beyond that one-size-fits-all message that annoys everyone,
Yeah.
AI uses that individual data we talked about to deliver, well, the right content at the right time through the right channel.
So my inbox wouldn't just be generic promotions, but stuff actually relevant to me based on what I've looked at or bought.
That's the idea, exactly. And Patterson even calls this empathy at scale.
Empathy at scale.
Yeah. Understanding individual needs so well that the marketing feels less like an ad and more like, well, helpful, like a relevant conversation. It can even blur the lines with product development, creating hyper-customized offers.
That's a powerful concept. Then there's predictive analytics. Sounds a bit like crystal ball stuff.
Huh, yeah, a little. But it's grounded in data. Instead of just looking back, AI tries to forecast what customers might do next, identify trends before they fully emerge.
So anticipating needs.
Exactly. It allows companies to be proactive, to launch campaigns that meet a need maybe even before the customer clearly expresses it. Imagine predicting the next likely purchase. That's powerful.
Incredibly valuable, yeah. Okay, what about content creation? We hear about AI writing articles now.
We do, and the Post acknowledges this. AI is getting better at generating certain kinds of content, maybe first drafts of blog posts, social captions, product descriptions, that kind of thing.
But again, the emphasis isn't on replacement.
Not really. It's positioned more as freeing up the human writers and creatives. Let the AI handle some of the more formulaic stuff, while humans focus on the big ideas, the unique angles, the core story, amplifying creativity.
Makes sense. And what about the more technical side, like SEO, search engine optimization?
Right, crucial for getting found online. The source says AI tools are getting really good at analyzing content and figuring out how to make it more visible to search engines.
How does it do that?
Well, it understands search intent better, what someone really means when they type a query. So it helps structure content to answer that intent effectively for both the search algorithm and, importantly, the actual human reader.
Got it. And social media, that's a constant flood. How does AI help there?
Two key ways mentioned are sentiment analysis.
Figuring out if comments are positive or negative.
Exactly. Gauging the mood around your brand from posts and reviews, invaluable feedback. And also, AI can help with responding quickly to customer questions or comments, like having a 24/7 social listening expert.
Keeping on top of your online reputation, basically, and engaging faster.
Precisely. And finally, email marketing. Feels a bit old school sometimes, but AI is apparently making it smarter.
Definitely. The post talks about using AI for things like personalized product recommendations within emails,
Okay.
figuring out the absolute best time to send an email to someone so they're more likely to open it, and running loads of A/B tests automatically.
A/B tests.
Yeah,
Like testing different subject lines, yeah, or
Yeah.
different offers, different calls to action. AI can test variations on smaller groups, see what works best, and then automatically use the winner for the main send, constantly optimizing.
So across the board, AI is bringing some serious advantages. And Patterson stresses why this matters now, right?
He does. It's the pace of everything. Consumer expectations are just constantly rising. You need these tools to keep up, to connect effectively.
And the benefits seem pretty tangible. He listed some clear ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Big gains in efficiency, productivity, letting AI handle that grunt work, as he calls it,
Right.
making much smarter decisions because you've got real-time data, big improvements in customer satisfaction, creating those personalized moments.
Builds loyalty.
Exactly. And ultimately, cost savings and better ROI. Less waste, more impact, because your marketing is just smarter and more targeted.
But it can't be all positive. Surely there are challenges, things to watch out for.
Oh, definitely. And the blog post dives into these crucial considerations, too.
Yeah.
It's not just about adopting the tech. It's about doing it responsibly.
Like what? What are the main flags?
Well, data privacy and security are huge. You're dealing with sensitive customer information. Trust is non-negotiable, as Patterson puts it.
Absolutely critical. What else?
Bias in algorithms is another major one. AI learns from data, and if that data reflects existing societal biases, the AI can perpetuate or even amplify them. It needs careful monitoring.
So fairness and diversity need to be front of mind.
Constantly. Then there's just the complexity of implementing these systems.
Yeah.
It's not always plug and play.
You're right.
It requires education, support,
A learning curve for the marketing teams.
for sure. And a broader point about ethical responsibility using AI to empower and serve, not to manipulate, plus transparency. Understanding, at least to some degree, how these AI systems are making decisions.
That's a lot to navigate. It's not just about the technology itself.
Not at all. The human element, the ethical framework, is just as important, if not more so.
So, pulling it all together, what's the big picture? Patterson's vision for marketing's future with AI.
It's fundamentally optimistic, actually. He really circles back to that idea of AI amplifying human marketers, not replacing them.
Augmenting skills.
Yeah, augmenting creativity, sharpening strategy, making marketers better at their jobs, and the ultimate goal, bringing people closer to brands they genuinely value.
It sounds like a partnership then. Human insight guiding the machine's power.
That's very much the vibe. And he closes with this really powerful thought. Use AI to serve and understand, not just to sell and reach.
Serve and understand.
Yeah. And he adds that this future isn't just something that happens to us. It's something we're all creating together.
Yeah.
Requires thoughtful, ethical innovation from everyone involved.
So the main takeaway here seems to be AI is a transformative force in marketing, no doubt about it.
Huge force, yeah.
It allows for much deeper audience understanding, boosts efficiency massively, and enables truly personalized connections.
Right. But crucially, the source emphasizes approaching it ethically, focusing on creating real value for people.
Using the power responsibly.
Exactly. Building stronger, more meaningful relationships through smarter interactions.
Which leads to a final thought for you, our listeners. Building on that source material, consider this. How does the ability to understand your audience with this kind of depth, this precision, how does that change not just what you communicate, but the actual nature of the relationship you can build? What does that mean for connection, for value in this tech-enhanced world we're building? Something to think about.